Hey guys, Em here, founder of Napoleon Swimwear. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am late getting this YouTube up, but do you want to know why? It's because I deleted everything. I deleted my whole last video, so I'm now sitting down to re-record something I have already recorded, and I want to get it done quick because I've already wasted 24 hours on this video, but it's not wasted because I love you guys and you deserve to see it. Plus, I really enjoy making these, so yeah, let's get on with it. Today we're doing a Q&A. You guys dropped some questions onto my TikTok channel and onto my Instagram stories. I also had a lovely girl make a PowerPoint presentation about me for her school business class, and she had some questions at the end of her PowerPoint. So I'm gonna go through all those questions today, smash them out. I did have all the questions saved in a Word document, although my organization is not that good and I deleted the Word document as well. So I'm gonna do the best I can to go through my phone and find screenshots and stuff for the questions that you guys submitted. And the question is, why did I start my business? And to be honest, it's kind of a long story with a lot of different parts to it. So I'm going to try and explain it as briefly as I can. So I grew up a swimmer. I used to go swimming training 7 times a week. I'd go to the gym 2 to 3 times a week, and then I would compete on weekends. I was like obsessed with it. My mum was obsessed with it. I was a pretty good swimmer, but obviously not the best swimmer ever. Otherwise I'd be in the Olympics right now. But I think my obsession with swimming really just brought on my obsession for swimwear. So I was the type of girl that would go to training and I couldn't outfit repeat in the 1 week. So I'd have 7 different pairs of bathers to go to 7 different training sessions. And then on the weekends when I would compete, I would have warm-up bathers. I would have 4 different racing suits because like butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, freestyle, like you need a different suit for every race. And then I would have a cool down swimsuit as well. So I'd go to competitions with about 6 different bathing suits. And if like I got up on the blocks and a girl got up next to me in a better looking swimsuit than me, it was like, game on, girl. Like, you cannot turn up looking that fabulous when I am looking like this. So I could never have someone turn up to the blocks looking better than me at a competition, and it was the same for training. Like, if I turned up to training in like an old school, they used to call them funky trunks or funkitas. If I was wearing old funkitas and someone had new funkitas, I was like, oh my god, this bish. So I think that's where my obsession for swimwear started. It's just something I've always worn, something I've always loved. And when I got a little bit older, I think because I always had such like a sporty figure and I just had sporty fashion taste, I really struggled to kind of get into like the bikini fashion. I think just because all I wanted to wear was something a little bit colorful and sporty, which was what I was used to wearing and what made me feel confident as a swimmer. And yeah, like wearing a bikini that was like really showy, offy, just took me a little bit longer to get used to because that wasn't my vibe. So my original concept for Napoleon Swimwear was actually high endurance swimmer, like competitive type fabrics made into like resort stylish type swimwear. It's kind of hard to explain, but I wanted to be like a girl that is an Olympian will feel confident wearing this on the beach as just like an everyday girl. And I also noticed that like in the swimwear market, a lot of the fabric was kind of like poopy quality, and like if you had a really cool print, because as a swimmer we got to wear the most awesome prints, and you'd go to the beach, like those prints would tend to fade and stuff. So that was the concept, and that was definitely inspired by my swimming background. I've also been very blessed to have been able to travel a lot. I've been to Europe, I think, oh wait, let me go through it. I went when I was 3, I went when I was about 7, in year 9, in like 2013, in like 2014, and then I went in 2018, I think. God, it could be more, I don't know. So anyway, so I've been to Europe about 7 times. I've been to Bali, I think 11 times, parts of Asia. So my love for travel was what really inspired the pieces. The second thing that kind of pushed me towards e-commerce is, I think in the back of my mind, I always wanted to start an online store. I just didn't know enough about it. And when I was in high school, it wasn't really that big. Like, I think I used to shop on victoriassecret.com, and that was honestly the only website. Oh, and eBay, of course. But I got my first eBay store when I was in grade 5. My mum set it up for me. And I used to sell a whole heap of stuff. I used to sell Beanie Kids. I used to sell like all my teddy bears. Like, I had Barney toys and like Lion King toys and stuff like that, 101 Dalmatians. I used to sell them all on eBay, and then I would even just sell objects from around the house, like my dad's runners or like his Levi jeans and stuff like that. So I had like a really solid eBay account and I loved it. My mum worked on it with me, but I was really obsessed with like changing the fonts. And even on eBay, I don't know if you know, but at the bottom there's like a counter. So like every time someone visits your product page, like the counter goes up and it makes you look more popular if there's more numbers there. Like, I would use really cool like colored counters, and I just was really obsessed with that. In primary school as well, so before eBay, I had a Neopets account, which is like a really cool online gaming website. I'll show you, let's get it up on my laptop. Neopets.com. And I always talk about this because I have such a strong memory of my Neopets account. And on Neopets, you could actually, this is what it looks like. Can you see that? On Neopets, you could actually have your own shop. So I collected Poogles, and they were really rare, and I would sell them on my Neopets store. Oh, it's so cute! So I had a Poogle, his name was Shibanik. What was the point of this story? Oh yeah, so my Neopet shop was like a game. I had music in it, I had lights. You used to like paste in your own coding, and I'd have my own like shop song, my shop colors, like my background was rainbow, and as you would scroll, it would be like a moving rainbow. I had all these flashing GIFs and pics. But yeah, they were really weird, but I was obsessed with that. So Neopets, along with eBay, along with my obsession with the swimwear, along with my travel background, I think they were the main 4 things that got me into starting my own swimwear company. But then the 5th thing would be my entrepreneurial spirit that I've always had, that I didn't really know I had up until like I launched Napoleon. So in high school, I wasn't super studious. I was really bad at maths, really bad at English. I didn't even do maths in VCE, and to be honest, I didn't study for my year 12 exams. I know, it's kind of embarrassing, but look where I am now, I'm fine with it. I remember going to my careers advisor. I think we do careers maybe in year 10 at school, and you would go in and you would talk about what you wanted to do, and the teachers would help you choose your subjects. And I can still remember it, like I can visualize it so clearly. I sat down in there and I told my careers advisor that I A, wanted to either own a hotel, or B, I wanted to own a restaurant. And like I had such vivid visualizations of how I wanted my hotel and my restaurant to look that I feel like they were unheard of. Like, I feel like it's so common now for restaurants to look like this. It was almost like an Instagram worthy restaurant that I came up with when I was in year 10, but it didn't exist yet. Anyway, I can remember having this conversation with my careers advisor, and she directed me to go into hospitality, which I get. Like, hospitality is where you learn to be a chef and you learn to be a waitress. You learn to be a flight attendant. It's good for all of those types of things, but it's got nothing to do with owning a business. Like, I get it, you work in a restaurant for a while, you'll learn how to manage a restaurant, and then maybe one day you'll start your own business. But it really wasn't what I needed. It wasn't the direction that I should have been pushed, and it was the direction that I was pushed. So I did that. I studied hospitality. I did vet VCE in year 11 and 12, so I did hospitality 1 day a week at a TAFE. Finished that, and then got a full-time job at a hotel. Loved the job. I actually really liked, like this is the best job. I could walk around. I was actually a porter. It sounds so funny, but I used to drive people's cars, carry people's luggage, do in-room dining. I don't know why I liked it so much, but the thing that I hated, and which is why I left, is because it was shift work. So we used to be on a 24-hour rotating roster. Some days you'd work 7 a.m. till 3:30, 9 to 5:30, 10 to 6:30, 11 till 7:30, like you get my drift. And the worst shift that you could do that I hated which is why I ended up leaving, was 11 p.m. till 7:30 a.m. and that was the overnight shift. And trust me, when you got that shift, you got it for a month. Like, it just didn't end. And it was always the longest month of your life because you didn't see anyone, because like when you were awake, everyone was sleeping. Nothing was open. You'd have to try and sleep during the day, but like people would be mowing the lawns, or it'd be like 45 degrees in summer. Your body clock was just off. So I would be eating burgers, and I used to have to make the in-room dining on that shift too. And I'm not even a chef, but I'd go up and like make the club sandwiches and stuff for the guests. And I am the club sandwich queen. If you ever want one, DM me, I'll make you one. How does that even work? So yeah, I used to just be like, it's 3 a.m, who's hungry? And I'd go and make all of the staff a club sandwich. We were allowed to eat the food. So it really wasn't good for my physical health or my mental health. And at that job, I realized that I was never going to be able to own a hotel from working as a porter, because one, where was I going to get enough money from to save up and become a hotel owner? Two, maybe I could go into the manager's position, like grow up and become a general manager of a hotel. I could have definitely done that. I know I could have. But the journey is long. All the general managers are old and they've been through the works. They've done all that crazy shift work for years and years and years to get to that point. And to be honest, I wasn't prepared for that. I was not prepared to put in like a lifetime of work to be a general manager when I'm 60. Yeah, so then, this story is really long for my first question, sorry. So then after that, I got a job in a corporate office. I had a really awesome role. I managed a team of 10, but I also trained up 2 entire sites. I got to travel to Sydney to do some training up there. I liked that job too, although same thing, like I was really struggling with the structure there. So I went to a Catholic all-girls school, and you know what I mean by uniform at a Catholic all-girls school. You got to be professional at all times. You have to line up and they measure how long your dress is. Like, that's what a Catholic all-girls school is like. My hotel job, 5-star hotel, so uniform was very strict. And then this corporate job, uniform was like as strict as it gets, and just day-to-day operations were as strict as it gets. Like, I'm not going to go into it. It was kind of crazy, and looking back at it, I'm like, is that even legal? I don't know. But yeah, that job, I got promotion after promotion. I was doing really, really well. I ended up finding the job quite easy after my 3rd year. I could be like, all right, I've got 2 directions to go here. It was either be comfortable doing what I'm already doing, because I am growing and I can definitely see a future here, but I'll be working in the city 9 to 5, which is in corporate world is actually 8 till 6. And just with a crowd that's not really my vibe, not really my personality, or take the risk and launch this business with 0 business skills, 0 marketing skills, 0 e-commerce skills, 0 friends in the industry, and hopefully become the entrepreneur that I've always kind of had inside me. And yeah, I decided to take the risk there. Wow, that was question 1 and the answer was really long. I'll try and do these ones a little bit shorter.